If you choose to be part of the Master Michele Ferrero, you will have the great opportunity to be part of the big Ferrero family. That means that you will spend a couple of months with us in internship, and you will have the possibility to collaborate with Ferrero employees, to be part of the working group and task force, and you will receive knowledge from the industry perspective.
We organize our teaching activity in 4 main pillars. They are nutrition, technology, science and society, and institution.
Why to become a member of the Master Ferrero in food innovation? Look around. If you are a guy that is willing to put the hands on pasta, as we say in Italian, mettere le mani in pasta, that means to be active, to be a key person in the process of food innovation. Not simply a student, but really a key person in the process of food innovation. This is your opportunity, the Master Ferrero.
We want you because we are trying desperately to find a solution for the innovation in food system.
It is one of the many concrete expressions of the social mission of the Ferrero family, aimed at supporting the economic, social, and cultural growth of the territories in which it operates.
I took part in the master to reinforce the knowledge I had on food science and technology, thanks to tailored lecture on the most up-to-date topics, and get some practical experience within a well-structured company. One of the most enriching aspects of the master was the business case project. As part of teams, we had the chance to develop innovative food products completely from scratch, with the guide of company top managers. So we really learned how to cope with realistic challenges, build relationships, and achieve established goals.
Thanks to this program, I stand here today as a proud employee of one of the most esteemed companies in the food sector. So to all of you who aspire to make a difference in the world of food, I say this: seize this opportunity with both hands. Join us in shaping the future of food.
During the Master Ferrero, I was exposed to a world where science meets artistry. Ferrero isn't just about making sweets, it's about making moments of joy.
The passion for food was both the starting point and the finish line. And now that I work as a sensory analyst in Ferrero, I can finally bring this insane equipment to the front line of the Innovation Center of Food. Master Ferrero guides you to complete your own masterpiece. Master Ferrero, your masterpiece awaits you.
Great, welcome everybody to this session, and you already heard a great introduction to this webinar that you joined in to hear more about the Master in Innovation in Food Science and Technology, Michele Ferrero. So we're going to hear about all these presenters that we have lined up for you and explain more in detail what this is about. But before we go over to them, I'd like to briefly just explain some of the interactive options we have. So first of all, I already saw some people in the chat writing where they're logging in from. So by all means do that. That's great for all of us to see the diversity and the different people that are joining the session. So thanks for that. Next to that, there's a tab called Questions. There you can write your questions at any time. We will be answering these questions at the end. And this is for the live audience. I also want to highlight that the people watching the recording, you can also still write any questions and interact with us as well. Of course, we cannot answer the questions live, but we will be able to come back to you later, probably by email. Also, in terms of the polling questions, I will open up some of those throughout the session as well. All of you can participate, and we hope to hear your feedback. And I'm just opening up the first one already just now. So thanks for that. And last but not least, we have a little fun button to make it even a bit more interactive, especially for the presenters, since they cannot see you. And there's a button at the bottom of the screen called React. If you click on that, you can give a reaction of choice if you hear something you like, or yeah, you just want to give your interaction. So that's possible. Great. Yes. Thanks. We like to get those. So, all right. Without further ado, let's go over to the presenters. We're going to start with Irene Cattolica. She herself and then lead you into the agenda. So good luck for now.
Our guests. Welcome to this webinar dedicated to our second level specializing master innovation in food science technology, Michele Ferrero. So this program was created to the combination of the academic excellence of Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore and the industrial vision of Ferrero, which is one of the most successful examples of Italian entrepreneurship in the food industry, now a leading global multinational in the confectionery sector. Adapted, but if the name Ferrero does not immediately ring the bell, just think of Nutella, one of the company best known and most iconic products worldwide. But before diving into the food innovation topic, let me just show you and introduce you what we will be seeing during this session. You will get to know a little bit about Università Cattolica and what we do. You will definitely know more about how this program is structured. We will also hear from a representative of the Ferrero Innovation Center in Chicago, where students will have the opportunity to gain international exposure. We will also discuss the experience in Alba, which is the place where Ferrero has its headquarters and where students will actually develop a real business case. We will also hear from former students, one of our alumni, who will share their personal experience. And in the end, we will also go through all the technicalities, let's say, entry requirements, application timeline, and you will also have a moment to share your question, and hopefully we'll be able to answer in real time. Let me show you the speakers and the guests of today. Thank you to everybody. Let's start from Professor Morelli, who is the Master Coordinator from Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore. Professor Antonio Gallo, who's a Master Director. Dr. Melanie Charron, who is Health and Nutrition Research and Communication Management Manager at Ferrero Group. Laurent Cremona, Senior Vice President for Research and Development at Ferrero in Chicago. Angela Matkovic, our alumnus. And me, myself, my name is Irene Vendrame. I'm part of the international recruitment team at Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore. Let me just briefly explain to you what is Università Cattolica del Sacro Cuore. We are the largest non-state university in Europe. We are completely recognized and fully accredited. We were founded in 1921, so over 100 years ago in Milan, and now we have developed 5 campuses, 12 schools. We get every year almost 5,000 international students, and we have a population of over 40,000 students. And plenty of partnerships around with other universities around the world. That was possible because, of course, we are an Italian university, so we teach a lot of our programs in Italian, but we also teach a lot of our programs in English, more than 50 now. This master that we are presenting today is actually one of them. So if you were wondering if you needed Italian, no, that's not the case, necessarily not to study. And well, as a private institution, we are really able to invest a lot in innovation and research. And from there, stems our outstanding academic excellence. Also, one of our core strengths is merging, create synergy, let's say, between global and local realities. And specifically, let's say in that, we see this, let's say, specifically in our campuses. In this case, what I'm showing you are the two campuses dedicated to our agribusiness faculty, Piacenza and Cremona. Why I'm saying that we're merging local and global. Cremona and Piacenza lie in the Italian food valley, so in an area where the agribusiness industry is really developed, really important, and we put it in communication with what is the international environment, such as this, like for example, with this master, as we will see. In particular, today we will be seeing the campus of Cremona, where this master is located. I'm quickly showing something about Cremona, which is a stunning town in the north of Italy. You can see some photos here. This is the Santa Monica University campus in Cremona. As you can see, is an ancient building, an historical building, which has been renovated and modernized to host our up-to-date laboratories. So here, for example, you can see our sensory lab. And now, let's say in this on this page, I wanna introduce once again Professor Morelli, which I know wanted to say hi to all of you. Thank you for being here, Professor.
No, thanks to you for this invitation. I am the coordinator of the master. Angela knows me perfectly well, and it's a pleasure to introduce you to the Santa Monica campus. It's a kind of paradigm of what food innovation is. If you think about food and tradition, just think to this. Each food tradition years or century ago was an innovation. I think pizza is a dish known all over the world, but before the discovery of the America, no pizza because there was no tomatoes. So tradition was an innovation. And this is the center of our efforts in this Ferrero Master, just to couple together the innovation potential that we have in this laboratory that you have seen in several frames of the videos, and you have seen in the laboratory equipped with the most advanced instruments that are fresco of the 16th century. So tradition in innovation altogether. So this is my welcome. I hope you would like and you have been in a position to apply for this master and to meet you again in this wonderful campus. And then after the months in Cremona, the business case, the real situation, how to produce, how to have the hands in pasta, the man in pasta, what you have to do by yourself, and to produce new products, but in the frame of a big food industry as Ferrero is. It will be a moving master between different locations in Italy, Chicago in the US, so you will really a very broad experience. So there will be time for questions at the end of this hour. And for this moment, my heartily welcome to all of you.
Thank you very much, Professor Morelli. It's great to have you here. I want to now to turn to Professor Gallo, who's program director, to understand a little bit better what is the structure and the philosophy of this program. In particular, Professor, could you give us a brief overview on the program structure and explain the 4 pillars, and also tell us something about how this master actually differentiates from a traditional master's degree in food science, because, and this is a disclaimer for our audience, to get into this kind of specializing master, you already need to have a master's degree. So basically, it's a step further. So could you explain a little bit more what is this master about?
Thank you very much, Irene. And obviously, I will speak for a few minutes because it's important to have here Laurent, Melanie, and Angela that will tell us industrial experience as well as past student. What is the structure of our master, at least in academic part? We divided our teaching activity in 4 main pillars. They are related to food technology, nutrition, science and society institution. I will not spend time to enter in the peculiarity of each course of this pillar, but I think that you can read that majority of them as word new, novel, or new aspects that are entering in an important way in our life, that is artificial intelligence. So what is the characteristic of this master and the difference between other masters? That we are strongly convinced that tradition is important, but we would see the food technology as a developed sector in which there are a lot of novelty, and we should be able to catch it with a global mentality. And it's obviously we are a peculiarity, a characteristic that born in Italy, but we will expand our overview around the world.
And what do you think, from your experience, of course, what is the most challenging part of this master for students?
This is a difficult to answer question because obviously there are some peculiarity for each student. Also because we are check student with different background. Obviously the background of this student, it's very important to understand what is the more critical part. Anyway, just because you put me a question, I have to answer to this one. Probably the more hard for the student is the institution pillar. And for this reason, and based on experience of last edition that we did, we decided to strongly enlarge our review and include regulation that come from all the parts of the world. So in this edition of the master, very important will be to include people that come not just from European countries and our food safety authority, but also from US, FDA, USDA, global authorities like FAO, WHO, and obviously other parts of the world. So we will help our students in this to have a global overview again.
Thank you very much. Since you were speaking about telling us about the global overview of this master, and you can also see how the practical part and the theoretical part merge, also how the local, let's say, soul of this master also merges with the international standpoint, as you, and also the dynamic standpoint of this master, since, as you said, it's like you're continuously improving it. I wanted to now turn to Dr. Cremona to, let's say, because he will be telling something about the Ferrero Innovation Center in Chicago, which is basically an important part of the international exposure our students can have. So first of all, Thank you, Dr. Cremona, for being here today with us. Thank you for coming. And my first question to you is, could you explain to us how an innovation center works, and let's say specifically the role of Chicago Innovation Center within, let's say, the Ferrero network?
Thank you, Irene. Can you hear me okay?
Yes,
okay.
Clearly.
So clearly Ferrero is an innovative company. So whoever knows us, our products, understands that we were able to be successful because our innovation was very often revolutionary, bringing breakthrough solutions to all problems. And still, Ferrero invests in innovation more than the industry in average. That's interesting, because if you are a student in food innovation, there are few companies like Ferrero that really spend and invest a lot of resource on this. Now, more generally, we are convinced that innovation is what creates competitive advantage. So the more you innovate, the more you can have competitive advantage, and this will generate successful growth. And this is what happened to our group in the last decades, of course. Now, to your question, Ferrero established an innovation center in Chicago in 2023. This is relatively recent. Of course, the core of our research and development is in Alba, in Italy. But in the last decades, we expanded a bit our presence around the world, and we opened the first innovation center in Singapore in 2017, because we felt the need to be more in contact with the Far East environment. Consumers are different, industry is different as well. And then Chicago 2023. Why this? Because we grew very, very fast in North America in the last decades, even through acquisitions, and we felt the need to be, let's say, in the core of the American food industry. Now, there has been this question, why Chicago specifically? So America, because it's the biggest food market, it's the biggest market for our product categories. Chicago specifically, because in America, this is the, let's call it the center of the American food valley. Chicago is the center of the country, the center of the agricultural production areas, and it's also where the large manufacturing companies are. Think about the fact that the biggest ingredient companies are based around Chicago. Cargill, ADM are here in the Midwest. Chicago is the capital of the Midwest, which is this large area between East Coast and the mountains. But also the biggest competitors we have are based in Chicago. In chocolate and sweet industry, there are three large companies. One is Mars, headquartered in Chicago. The other is Mondelez, headquartered in Chicago, and then Ferrero. So we are where our competitors play. And since this is the food valley of USA, we find here the best talents in food scientists, in food technologies, the best partners to generate innovation. An innovation center is a place where we, let's say, develop very often with external partners new solutions, be it, let's say, solution on ingredients or on food technologies, even packaging materials. We have also, let's say, a small team here that develops new toys. I mean, you are probably aware that we are quite strong in toys. We've got Kinder Surprise, Kinder Joy. So we also need to generate surprising and innovative toys for kids. And we do this in Chicago as well. Now, the beauty of this place is that all the food environment here is rich in talents. And here in Chicago, we can attract the best talents. Not only, academic environment is also very rich. Chicago University is one of probably the best universities in USA, and we have many, many connections in, let's say, the academic world in Minnesota, which is another state very important for food. So this is the reason we are here. By the way, also to make, let's say, our choice even more attractive for our people, we decided to put the Innovation Center right in the city center of Chicago, let's say a few steps from the famous bean. Some of you probably are familiar with Chicago. There is this bean that is the quintessential symbol of Chicago. We are, let's say, 100 meters from this, and let's say 300 meters from the beautiful, let's say, lake here, Michigan Lake. Now, I don't want to oversell Chicago, but it is by far one of the best cities in USA to live and to stay. So it's a magnificent place. But again, what I want to tell to the students is that here they will have the opportunity to work and meet, let's say, top talents. Many of them are PhD, so we're able to collect here amazing professionals that help Ferrero in generating the innovation that will continue to make Ferrero a successful company in the years to come.
That's great to hear. I like the part when you said, like, okay, all our competitors are here. So basically keep your friend close and your enemy even closer at this point is a winning strategy. And of course, also, like, as you said, like students would have a great exposure to all of this innovation in terms of market and technology as well. Which skills, which mindset should a student have to be successful in such environment?
I think the key thing is being curious. Innovation comes through curiosity. So if you are curious and you are a little bit eclectic, meaning you have different interests, this normally is a better approach to generate innovative solutions, I would say.
That's great. That's great to hear. And I think it's very interesting also for the people who are listening to us. Thank you, Dr. Cremona. It was really a valuable insight what you gave us. After speaking about, after spending some words about Chicago, also Dr. Cremona mentioned Alba, which is where, like, the town traditionally associated to Ferrero, and still the place where Ferrero has its headquarters. So now let's talk about that as well, also because Alba is going to be also strategic part and a very important part of the student experience. So I wanted to introduce again Dr. Melanie Charron, Health and Nutrition Research and Communication Manager at Ferrero. I know she has an interesting, nice video to show before talking with us. So Melanie, Dr. Charron, thank you for being here. If you want to share your screen and show us the video you have for us, please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you very much, Irene. I would like to introduce this video because it will explain you why your stay in Alba and enter into Ferrero will give you. So I will just share you this answer with my video. Just one moment. Are you able to see my screen?
Not now.
No, not yet. No, we're not seeing it.
Not able to see my screen?
No.
Okay, just once again.
No, you need to make sure to select the frame that you, as you did before.
Yeah.
Share screen and select the screen.
Yeah, but I don't have no cue to share my screen. So we will go. Yeah.
we can move on, then if it's possible,
Yeah.
maybe the students could also get in contact with us so that we can be a
Of course.
bridge to share.
Yeah.
Okay. And in the meantime, let's go ahead. So my first question was for Dr. Charron. What makes joining Ferrero for the first time and experiencing Alba so distinctive for students learning and studying in the food sector? And also, what kind of support do students have throughout this kind of experience?
Okay, we did lose.
Yeah, I'm still there.
Dr. Sharon, and yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
there.
Okay. Did you hear the question?
No, I didn't hear the question.
No problem. I'm gonna repeat that for you. So we were speaking about Alba and how is really important for the academic life of the students, since it's part of their academic journey during the master. What makes joining Ferrero and experiencing Alba so distinctive for a student who's studying in the field of food science? And what kind of support do students get during this transforming, I guess, experience?
Okay, thank you for your question, Irene. Well, when you arrive in Alba, you will have the Alba effect. So the first thing that you will notice is that it smells cocoa all around. So this is the first thing. You will, after that, join this big Ferrero family. So from the first day, people know your name, help you share the value of Ferrero. So this is also how you can get into this Ferrero spirit. You will have exclusive access to R&D lab, pilot plan, sensory room, all the spaces where the innovation happens there. And you will explore places that the world never sees. So you will have this special access to all our spaces. You will also get the Ferrero Foundation experience, so about our history, the culture, and all the value as well. You will be immersed. You will have this immersion into the plant, where you will understand how we produce all the product that you already know. So you will be surrounded by our product, and your self-control will be asking them to not eating all the product that we have. So for the onboarding, I will say that I will be your guide inside the Ferrero, so ensuring everything runs smoothly. Each student get dedicated tutor either in Alba, Luxembourg, or Brussels, and tutor will help you with understanding your role, navigate it into the company, connecting with the right people, and unblocking anything that might slow you down. You also boost your soft skill. So it's not just the technical knowledge, but a company like Ferrero has to have a good team working, problem solving, be flexible, have good communication, be on the stage, presenting your idea. And finally, you will share this studio with another student. So we will host you close Ferrero plant, so it's walking distance, and this will give you this extra Alba life experience. It's a kind of Big Brother TV show over there, because you will be all together and knowing each other as a student.
Thank you. I think your words really touch what's the core of these masters and what's Cattolica and Ferrero are doing, putting in synergy, global to local, actually merging in the place where things are produced, touching and feeling and really smelling. All those kind of things. And also and I'm telling this because a lot of students might think about university in terms of a big campus outside of everything, outside of the city. Instead, here the experience is extremely different. They are inserted in a specific context relevant for their studies, which is Cremona. They're inserted in a specific context relevant for research in Alba. And also, as Dr. Sharon expressed, they have a connection with the people working in the master. They have someone to refer to. So I think this is very crucial for the student experience. But now going to the more practical part, because as we said, there's a theoretical part carried out in Cremona, then this experience in Alba. What is the business case? What actually students work on while they are there? How do they develop this business case?
Well, the business case, it's a concrete project. So we will split the student into 4 different groups. All group we will be guided by a mentor. So it's somebody in the company that have experience, that they will help you to guide you to the right person. So you will need to idealize, realize, and produce a real product into this Ferrero portfolio, I will say. So you have to idealize, to have an idea, to make this the recipes, the packaging concept, the positioning, all the things that make a product alive. And it's very intense and dynamic project. At the end, we will have this presentation day. This is very funny because, but for us, it's very funny because we are part of the committee where we evaluate the products. So all team will pitch the product front of this commission, and from the Ferrero top management and HR as well are present. And well, the best team win the prize. So for the jury, it's a very nice day because we can taste all the products. So usually the jury are very happy to participate to this journey.
Now I wish I could be part of the jury at this point. Well, thank you, because you basically outlined what we just have been saying throughout this whole session. So global mindset, creativity, innovation, how that affect in a good way long-term career perspective in the food sector for students.
Well, I will say that about 25% of students are hired by Ferrero after the experience. So this is a good point. The other students, by the way, all find position in the food sector, often with multiple job offer thanks to the Ferrero name on the CV. It's a real project experience, a new networking with soft skill developed also during this stage. All the career path include R&D, quality, regulatory, sustainability as well. So you have different sector where a student can be placed somewhere. And yeah, so this is a very good perspective, I will say.
Definitely. Thank you very much, Dr. Sharon. Now, speaking of students, let's get to the part of Angela Matkovic. She's one of our alumni. Let's hear from someone who actually has experienced that from the side of a student. Angela, as I already said, this master is a second level master, so you all already had like a master's degree before doing that. What were you doing before starting the Master Ferrero, and what made you realize you needed something more?
Well, hello to everybody. Before the master program, I was actually finishing my first master program in food technology engineering, on food quality, safety, and control. But at the moment, I always wanted to learn more. I always wanted to expand my knowledge and work on innovation and do something that creates an impact and a change in the world, in the industry. So the Master Ferrero was kind of a perfect fit when I saw the application, and that's when I applied, and that is the story.
Great. So that from now we can all see the creative and innovative spirit. What was the most challenging moment during the year in general, from a let's say an academic / research perspective, but also if you have some challenges from a student life perspective as well?
Well, generally, this master program is very dynamic. As Melanie said, a lot of pressure, a lot of deadlines. You are working on your master thesis, on the business case. You're finally applying your learned knowledge, applicating it. You're in a new environment, language. There's a lot of ups and downs. But actually, what I realize now is that actually helped me a lot in my job today, on applying it when meeting the deadlines. Like, I will never forget now that when the job gets stressful and everything, a lot of deadlines, of course, nobody cares on the job, you have to finish it. It is what it is. And I remember once we were sitting in a room, it was 8 of us on the last program, and there was like an exam week. It was a lot of meetings about business case, a lot of meeting with the mentors and everything. And it was kind of a lot for all of us. And we were just like, oh my God, like, it's too much. And then Gallo just said to us, well, girls, that is real life. And now when everything gets like pressured, I always remember that sentence, and it is true. So it is.
Yeah, definitely. This is very, very interesting because I would say one of the core of this master is precisely to already make you do the first steps into the job market and in the job environment as well. What are, like, apart from the organizational skills that you obviously acquired, which other skills acquired during the master do you use daily now, or frequently, let's say?
Well, generally in Ferrero and in Cattolica, I got to put my hands in the dough, as Morelli would say. So finally, I'm working on innovation now in a company that works in innovation in food technology and science. So a lot of the things that I gained, even knowledge in Ferrero, you will actually see that in Ferrero and in Cattolica labs that not everything that is written in the books when we talk about innovation is not the same when you actually do it. So you kind of learn during the process how to work in different groups with different people, different perspectives, how to listen to each other, and then in the team actually do something really big, a product. Like, you created it alongside a lot of people with your idea clashing with others. So kind of that is a beautiful thing. And also what helped me is that I actually learned that I also love working in a different field, that is marketing, because I got an opportunity in Ferrero and in Cattolica to work on it, especially with my mentor Andrea from Brussels. So it is something that I actually find out that I'm good at something that I didn't even know before the opportunity. And now I'm doing another master program because I was so inspired by everything and by the opportunity. And now I'm actually working also on the marketing side. So presenting the product alongside creating it. So it's beautiful.
Yeah, that's an interesting turn. And if you had to give, let's say, one piece of advice to someone who is now undecided, who is thinking about doing this master but somehow is not 100% sure, what would it be?
Well, I would say that there will be a lot of ups and downs, but maybe it will be hard. Maybe you think it's gonna be hard. You're moving to another country. You don't know the language. You don't know how to handle stress, or you think you can do it. But what is beautiful is to push yourself. This master program will actually help you prove to yourself that you can do something that you didn't even know that you can do. And in the end, when you will be presenting, that is the most wonderful moment during this whole journey. Of course, enjoy the journey, meet new people, meet new cultures. It's an international masters. Enjoy the journey, expand your knowledge, push yourself, push your boundaries, push your limits. And in the end, when you will be standing behind your product that you will be presenting, it will be a truly meaningful and wonderful moment, because you proved you will actually create something. You were gaining the knowledge during all of your years, and now you actually are seeing it in real life, and people are enjoying alongside with your mentors, alongside with people from Ferrero, Cattolica, professors, and it will be all a part of one beautiful story in the end that you can tell later in life. So this is a beautiful opportunity to prove to yourself that you can do more than you think you can, and that nothing is impossible.
Thank you, Angela. Thank you very much for your answers. Really, the master is a growth opportunity, a multifaceted growth opportunity, and you have the chance to do that with an extremely expert staff that will guide you throughout the experience. So, and I guess everybody can tell that from Angela words and also face. She's smiling, so I really get positive vibes from her. So, but now getting to the technicalities, the real stuff, how can you really get access to this master's degree? So first of all, for the applications for September 2026, we have one intake for this master, which is in September. Applications are already open. The final deadline for this program is on June 24 of this year, but I strongly recommend to apply earlier. There are various rounds, and it's recommended especially for students from non-European countries that need to also submit a visa application. It's highly recommended to apply earlier, as soon as possible, of course. Also, it's advisable to apply earlier to know if you got an actual scholarship. And with this, I'm going to tell you something about tuition fee. This master has a cost of 5,000 euros for 1 year. That's the annual tuition fee, which is also the total tuition fee. There are some scholarship available, and for some candidates who have outstanding profile, could be eligible for the Fondazione Pietro e Giovanni Ferrero grant, covering the tuition fee entirely. What are the entry requirements? How are you eligible to get into this master? First of all, speaking of academic qualification, I was already mentioning that before. You need a graduate degree from an accredited institution to get access to this second level master's degree. So you already need to have a title that allows you to enter into a PhD in Italy and also abroad. And this must be obtained before July 15 of this year. It's really important that you have it already. That's one important thing. In terms of academic background, it can be, let's say, it can be different, but spanning from medicine and surgery background, pharmacy background, of course, food science background, chemistry. If you're not sure about your eligibility in terms of academic requirement, I'm sharing in a moment our contact, so get in touch that we can, and so that we can revise that. Also, you need an English certificate. Of course, you need to be proficient in order to get the best out of this experience. The level required is B2, so for example, an IELTS 6 or a TOEFL 84. That's it, basically. If you have any doubt or questions about entry requirements, tuition fee, or procedures, please get in touch. Applying is really easy. You can, first of all, revise all this information on our website, international.unicatt.it. And you can also apply online directly from our website. Also, you can scan the QR code that will lead you directly to our application portal. Again, if you want to get in touch, please welcome. We are here for you. Our website, again, is international.unicatt.it. Our email address is international.inquiry@unicatt.it. And here you also have our phone number. And now, as promised at the beginning of the session, we have a little bit of time for a Q&A session. So please, if you have already some questions, you're super welcome to submit it now.
Indeed, and that's where I come back in. So do let us know your questions. I saw already some people supplied them, so great. We'll start with those. Just to also mention again that if you're watching the recording, you can still participate in all the interactive options as well. So I open up polling questions, so do by all means also let us know your feedback there. We can share that with the university as well. And I just shared a link as well on the screen that is bringing you directly to the program page that Irene was talking about. So if you click on that, it will get you to the page about the program, but also, yeah, some more about the information or requirements, and I think the application link there as well. So yeah, just for you to check at your own pace after the webinar. Let's go to the questions. We have received one from Surinder. Surinder is saying, I have done a master in India with 66% and worked in private labs as a lab technician, and I came to Finland and I did an international business management diploma. Can I apply for food technology as an EU?
It depends. Usually, if you need, like, if you don't have a European passport, you still need to submit a visa request. So it might be that if you're currently staying in Northern Europe, you might have still to ask a visa. If you want to have like specific information on your case, we can definitely have a look at it together.
Okay. Thank you. And we go to the next question. And please do submit your questions in the tab called questions. That's just to make sure we don't miss out on them. So that's at the right bottom. A question I received also about the scholarships you offer. Is there also a DSU scholarship?
No, in this case, for not only for this master's degree, but for all of our one-year specializing masters, DSU is not applicable.
Okay. Just to make that clear, thank you. Dennis is saying, when can I start?
Well, as soon as you apply, then you can start in September if you got admitted. So if you're interested, now it's a good time to submit your application. Please reach out. We can revise and advise you on entry requirements, application procedures, and documents you need to submit so that you can really have a chance to get into the program.
Okay, great. Thank you. Let's see, Dennis had a follow-up question as well. How does it work with accommodation?
So in this case, we do not have like specific residencies for students, but we do have some recommendation specific for the campus of Cremona, for example. So you can already find them on the website, but if you're not able to find them, like just drop us an email, and there's a whole list of, let's say, option that we do recommend so that you can easily find it.
Irene, just to complete your answer, probably there is Lorenzo that has some news about accommodation in Cremona. Lorenzo.
Yeah, there will be a very new building, just restored, with rooms for the student. We are going to reserve these rooms for the Master Ferrero students.
Oh, right, that's good news. Thank you very much. So even better than expected.
And for Alba, we will host the students. So Ferrero has different small studios. So Angela were there, so she knows better than me because she stayed there for 2 months. So
thank you. Thank you, Dr. Sharon. So as you can hear and understand, you don't have to basically worry about accommodation. And it's a big stress out of the way.
Great news. Well, thanks for that. And I see a lot of reactions already from the audience liking that as well. So that's good to see. Good. Question from Gabrielle. Is currently employed, and if selected for the program, would need advance notice, to coordinate the matters with his company, as well as to begin the visas. So he did add later that he applied in December 2025. I assume the question is for him also the advance notice, how much it is maybe, when he can expect an answer, I would assume. Can you say something about that?
I'm sorry, I just having some troubles.
Did you hear my question, Irene?
No, I'm sorry, I'm having, okay, now yes. Okay, sorry, I had some troubles. I think you froze. Could you please repeat the question?
Yeah, so Gabriel is currently employed, and he needs advance notice to coordinate internal matters with the company if he is selected. And he applied in December 2025, so last December. I guess his question would be when he could expect a notice.
Yeah, okay. In this case, probably the application is still under revision. In case you want to know the specific information, again, we can, since it's a specific case, please write us an email, international.inquiry@unicatt.it, so that we can already know, you can get some specific information. In any case, take into account that you can always check your feedback from the application portal. So that's basically updated real time. So yeah, that's it.
Great. So there's the email on the screen. Thank you. Next question from Marta. How long is the course in total?
It's 1 year. So one moment, like the first part of the course is like it's more theoretical, let's say, in Cremona, and the other part is in Alba. Professor Morelli, I saw that you were unmuting yourself, so please go.
We
go
will
ahead.
start in October. We will start in October in Cremona, and everything will end at the end of June. This is the period.
Thank you very much. Whereas in Alba, the period of practice is 3 months, correct?
Correct.
And
there will be the period in Chicago and probably some another period in a extremely wonderful place, but this is still a secret.
Please don't do any spoilers. All right.
Okay, good. We're going to the next question. Question from Zach. He's very excited about everything that he's hearing, and he's completing a Bachelor of Food Science at Murdoch University, where the chair mentioned a Murdoch Cattolica collaboration. Could you indicate a bit more about this?
In this case, I don't know if I understood well the question. In any case, with the bachelor degree, he couldn't get access directly to this kind of program. He would need to do a master's degree first. So I don't know if I understood well the question.
I think he's asking about the collaboration between his university, Murdoch University, and Cattolica.
I don't know if that specifically applies to agribusiness. Maybe Professor. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, I can help you because there is a lot of connection with Murdoch University, but again, this is a second level master, so probably with bachelor degree in food science, you cannot apply anyway. There are a lot of connection also for our first level master program.
Thank you very much, Professor Gallo. As Professor Morelli was already mentioning, take into account that, let's say, the duration of the master is pretty, let's say, condensed. So it's from October to June. So it's really, and it's already full of activity. So also place the connection with other university in this framework.
Okay. Thank you. Question from Clara is about the master degree. If let's see, I think it's about the degree that she has. I just want to understand the question. Must the master degree for the 2 years program be before 15 July? Because I got updated that as long as we can get the degree before 30th of July 2026. I'm not sure what the question is, but if you know that.
Yeah, no, but I think so. I think that the date we uploaded was precise, but if you want to check again also in terms of any, how do you say, like in case you need a specific advice on your case, I'm going to write us. Also, if you have already applied, you should be already in contact with our international admissions team. So I would recommend you to, if that's the case, to stick to what they told you.
Okay, thank you. And a question from Zach regarding the living expenses. He's curious about that. Are there resources to help non-Italian speaking students to find work while studying?
Okay, so in terms of taking into consideration, starting from the work while studying question, it varies a lot in the sense that first of all, it depends on the visa. If you need a visa to come to Italy, you will have to ask for a student visa, and that in that case would allow you to work up to 20 hours per week. But apart from what you're legally allowed to do, let's say this is a full-time master's degree, so it requires a lot of let's say, investment in terms of time. So take that into consideration. I wouldn't recommend working full-time, for example, during the master. Also because there are activities you want to take advantage of, which are not only academic activities, but also practical activities. Apart from that, in terms of living expenses, average cost of living, of course, it's a very sensitive question, and it varies a lot depending on your lifestyle. We tried to calculate an average for a typical student life for Cremona, and it would be around 13,000 euros and 15,000 euros per year, all included except for tuition fees. So that would be the amount you could easily live with as a student, including not only accommodation but food, free time, transportation, so on and so forth. Then again, on our website, there are also specific, let's say, cases of usual living expenses and more information, more in detail about Cremona. So you are like super welcome to have a look. And if you have doubts or other questions, please reach out.
Great, thank you. And there's the link again on the screen, just to get you there directly. As we are slowly finishing the session, we have a last question from Matteo. How many students will benefit from the scholarship that fully covers the tuition fee?
So maybe the Professor Gallo could answer this. We don't have an official number now, but I don't know if you want to add something. I think everything will be evaluated according to the student profile. Is that correct, Professor Molelli and Professor Gallo?
Yes, there is an agreement in between the Cattolica University and the Ferrero Foundation. In theory, from 0 to all of them. It depends from the profile and the level. So the Ferrero Foundation is willing to cover the fee for all the students if the level is at a certain level, or for 0 of the students if the level is not enough. I have to say that there will be, but Antonio will be more precise than me, some wave of selection. This is also to react to the Gabriel question, and we will put together in one group the first application. Then we will be evaluated. There will be also an direct interview with the students, and then the selection committee will decide. Antonio.
No, I think that industrial part should answer to this question. My role as director is to thank Ferrero Foundation to support the student with this scholarship, and I can obviously confirm that it will be based on the final evaluation of the student, and again to cover all the students is an option. So thanks again to Ferrero Foundation for this very important support for us.
Thank you. And I know this was the last question, right, Luke?
We just received one more from Matteo. Will the students who are hired be exclusively placed in Alba, or are there also other locations?
So this is for Dr. Sharon, or?
Yeah, usually it's asking to be to have the mobility. So the headquarters it's in Luxembourg. So a lot of places are also there, but people are also go to our internal website to see the job offer there. So it could be everywhere in the world. but mainly I will say that it's Luxembourg, some place in Alba, but after that, everywhere in the world, we have plant everywhere. So,
great.
Thank you, Dr. Sharon. So yeah, as you can see, there's plenty of opportunity not only to study, but also to really get expert about things, starting from a local perspective and opening your experience to the global world. It's really it's a real opportunity. So like with this, I wanted to close my part, thanking everyone joining this session, and of course our guests. Thank you to all of you. Thank you for sharing your experiences, your insights, and for answering the questions. Was really interesting, extremely interesting to listen to all of you. And look, I'll let you the stage.
Well, that's all for everybody. I would like to thank everyone as well, especially also the audience, of course. So we had students joining in from lots of different parts in the world, as we could see. And some of them might be able to, of course, join the program. And it was great to see the interest from them. And of course, the opportunity given by both Ferrero and yourself, University Cattolica. So thanks a lot, Irene, as well. And for now, I'd like to say bye-bye to everyone and have a good afternoon, evening, or wherever you are. So, bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.